Heard of him, yes. Right, right, right. Because mostly on Facebook I share like just news articles, news channels, people mostly because I'm more conservative. I'm more of a conservative person at the core of my soul. I do hold on to the old way, older way. So I mean it, but people with my family, personal on a personal level, I'm more estranged from my family, and they don't like the stuff that I share. But it's just the truth of how I feel more on certain matters because they have like their opinion, and that puts me at odds. And I have my own opinion, and it puts me at odds with them a lot of times just because I'm sharing news articles. And when we talk about video games, it's the same thing because we're real people in real time, and we're always subject to being judged based on that because we usually when we play games we just want to have fun because it's almost like it's a made up imaginary world, but still we're still living in the real world. Right. And I don't really have the most easygoing family, Alan. But I mean, we've all have problems with our family. So I mean, but I understand because the way video games are these days with the politics, mostly how people like Anita Sarkeesian, or I didn't even know about her first until Game Informer did like I think somebody mentioned her either on YouTube that she was a feminist, that she's a fourth generation feminist or a Tumblr feminist. She like a modern day feminist that's basically don't like sexy like attractive women or make a woman making women visually appealing to men, or that she's against the way stereotypical images of women in video games, gory, like yeah, like you said, gory games, the games that have a lot of death and blood. They're trying to change the way we play games. They're trying to change the way we view the world around us, and I think it's mostly negative the way they do that. But unfortunately, that's just the way it goes, Alan. So okay, multiplayer games, Alan. I have Wonderlands, Borderlands, Mortal Kombat, and I have well, I don't really I have Deep Rock Galactic. Have you ever heard of that game, Alan? Uh, it, it used to be free on PlayStation Store. It was called Deep Rock Galactic. Let me share it to you on Facebook. It used to be free though. I don't have that many multiplayer games, Alan. But me, my friends, it's a roach. Let me. Sorry, Alan. That me and my mother were just clearing out. My mother killed the roach. It was. Our neighbors were had just moved out from that house, so they're trying to find food and a warm place to live in. You know, animals. You know, yeah, I survived, but it's not their fault. But yeah, we gotta stay clean in the house. Let me send it to you now, Alan. It's deep. It's called Deep Rock Galactic. It's about dwarves, and they're mining stuff on like rocks, and you gotta go into caves and stuff like that. Let me send it to you. I've never played For Honor, Alan, but I've seen the videos, gameplay of it. I've one time I did think about getting it, but I was like, party, fight, and I don't. I could. Right. Yeah, but only thing is, I can't, Alan, because it's just. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing For Honor because when the game first came out, I was thinking about getting it, but then it was like, I wouldn't mind toxic people, but I don't want to get into arguments, especially when my family's in the house. So, right. Okay. Okay. What? I mean, because I know they you guys like you. There's like you're like, are you like medieval? You have a medieval clan. You have a Viking clan. You have a Japanese clan. Yeah, Alan. It seemed like a very good game to me. I was planning on getting. Is it cheap now? Cause I'll get it. Okay. Just tricky to play as, or you need more expertise? Okay. Okay. Broken.
What?
Mystios, kill this snake. She did this to me. She made me bald.
I'm sorry, my love. Give me a moment. Some peasants need my attention.
I understand, Alan. I guess they were starting to get tired of the game and like tired of updating it, or like the developers they were just trying to get, like just make money at that point. Like when the game first came out, they probably were hyped about it, like the develop when they were developing the game, and then over time maybe something happened, like they lost interest in their own product, or like they were trying to focus on other projects. That's what I'm trying to think about. The people that were making the game. We're talking about For Honor. Oh wow, hello, my name's William. By the way, you can call me William or Commander. Sure, yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. Yes, on the side, yeah, of course, yeah. Because we met in a vocational school, job for job training. Me and Alan, Miss Neal, and everybody else. I can't remember everybody, but I remember down there in Baltimore, it was pretty crazy, and yeah, Nicholas, Jerome Everett, I believe. Yeah, everybody was down there. It was pretty crazy, but we had good memories too. Share play. Well, if I was to buy For Honor, I would definitely allow you to share play. But the thing is, I don't have a lot of the games that I have. They don't. My friends, other friends, don't have. So I've never done share play though before. No. So we've never done share play before. No. Okay, you guys streaming? So or I've played really. I'm not too high level though. I don't want to I like hold you back though, man. But hold on, let me see. Let me see. Honestly, I like Valhalla better than Odyssey, to be honest. It's just I haven't finished it. I'm still on I'm level 43. I'm doing Welcome to Athens. Like I just got into the game again. And most games, yes, because especially the games that I'm trying to get into, but the games that I've like platinumed, I've mostly just been streaming them over and over again on New Game Plus. While this game, like Odyssey, I've been trying to stream like the main campaign. But I am trying to every game that I can get my hands on, I do try and stream it legitimately, like from beginning to end.
You said a
Right. I was I was streaming. I think I was streaming The Last of Us multiplayer, or no, I was streaming The Last of Us, the first Last of Us, I think, or it could have been Days Gone. I think The Last of Us was on PS3 but I never streamed it though. I never streamed The Last of Us. I think it might have been Days Gone, Alan. I think. See, the problem is I lose interest in games like Days Gone, or I might lose interest in Odyssey because it gets repetitive for me, and I'm spending too much money on games, so I'm trying to come back to these games. But certain games get my attention to get me addicted to keep playing them, and that's the problem. I might give up playing one game and then go to another game, but then I try to come back to the game. But I will try to go back to like the last. I will try to play The Last of Us because I never streamed The Last of Us in my memory. But Doom, Red Dead Redemption, Darksiders. I'm streaming God of War 2018, Lapins. Yeah, you're right. Because I played 2018, but God of War Ragnarok hasn't come out yet. It comes out November 9th this year. But I've been streaming. I'm sorry, Lap. What did you say? I'm sorry. Okay, that's good. Well, are you thinking about live streaming it? Okay, okay. Or Apex Legends. I play Apex Legends too. I used to play it. I used to stream a little Fortnite, but then I didn't really like Fortnite. I don't really like the type of game it helps advertise those type of games. Fortnite, I'm one that like Fortnite needs to die team. Even though they added a lot of stuff to it, I'm still like it just needs to die. Like it needs to become like go out of, or at least because they're going to want to make games more of the games like that with that type of mechanics and just like the future gaming is just probably not going to be good. But yeah, I used to stream a little Fortnite too. Back when it first came out, the first three seasons. Younger audience. Right.
Little bit of her hair. Explain this.
Explain? It's clear, beautiful, gullible, idiot girl falls prey to her competition.
She set me up. Etios picked her instead. He didn't even take a second look at me.
Why would you do such a thing?
Aetios can be no one's but mine. I'm the one who truly loves him. I grew up with him. I've always been the one looking out for him. You think I'd let some starry-eyed fledgling after his wealth steal the love of my life from me? Aetios doesn't know what's good for him. He's been eyeing this one for a while now. He liked the way she looked. So I changed that.
What happened to the potion?
Why, she drank it. And look, it worked wonderfully.
She added a lock of my hair to the potion and then made me drink it. I didn't feel anything strange at the time, but when I did, all my hair, it just began to fall off.
What trickery is this? You used her hair in a spell?
A spell? Are you idiots? If only something so convenient existed. It's simple alchemy. With a little knowledge of poisonous local flora, anything is possible. And wild mushrooms are known to cause violent reactions. But honestly, I've never seen anyone go bald. Just a horrible rash at best. This went better than I expected.
I was promised Rakmi. Just give it to me. I didn't sign up for any of this drama.
Technically, the girl asked you for the items, not me.
She's making fools of us both. Kill her, Mistios.
The witch is crazy, but she did what you tried to do. Anything and everything to be with the one she loves. I can't fault her.
How could you say that after what she did to me?
Know when you are beat. Go home. Well, pay me, then go home.
See? The Mistios gets it. Come, Aetios, my dear. Let us leave these peasants to their theatrics. We have a wedding to plan.
I feel like the luckiest man alive.
Oh, Aetios, how I dreamed of this day.
Horror games. What the hell?
Staff did like freaking 40 damage for some reason.
Well, at least they break it. They're trying to take D.
Alexios, it's you!
Phoebe,
You promised we'd see each other again, and now we have.
I also said stay out of trouble.
Which I have. Okay, almost out of trouble.
How did you even get here, Phoebe?
Well, I did make some drachmi working for Marcos.
So you paid someone to bring you to Athens?
Not exactly.
Phoebe...
I needed a drachmi for when I arrived. I couldn't use it all to leave, and I didn't want to wait any longer. So I sneaked on a ship. Don't worry, nobody saw.
I just can't believe you made it.
I don't remember much of Athens from when I was a baby. But every once in a while, something feels familiar. It's nice.
I can't believe you're here.
Me either. I can't believe we both made it to Athens. It's so much different from Kefalonia.
But what are you doing here?
I'm here to get you ready. I have to make sure you leave all your weapons and change into these clothes.
So, you somehow work here? For Pericles?
No, for Aspasia.
How is it you're working for Aspasia?
Well, I did get into a little bit of trouble after I got to Athens. I may have been a leader of a small group of orphans that tried to cheat Aspasia. We didn't know it was her, though.
And you convinced her to hire you?
No, she asked me on her own.
That was lucky. I don't understand why I have to change.
It's just what you do here. I felt weird at first, but you forget about it pretty fast.
And my weapons?
Don't worry, I'll take care of them. You don't want to scare people. There.
Well... I think I'm ready to go in.
You can't! Not like that, anyway. The Athenians like it best when you try to fit in. But don't worry, I have just the outfit for you.
I'll get changed. Promise you'll take care of my things.
Yep. Leave your weapons in the corner, and I'll come back when you're done.
I feel uncomfortable in this.
Now you look like everyone else.
You say that like it's a good thing.
It is. If you want them to take you seriously, this is the easiest way. Trust me.
Is that everything?
You're all ready to go in. Don't worry. You've done scarier things than this.
I'm struggling to think of any right now. Are you sure I can't keep just one weapon with me?
No weapons. Now hurry and go in. Oh, and don't leave without saying bye. You just got here. You can't leave already.
Here, Alexios. The mighty mercenary and traveler has finally made his grand entrance. Only slightly late, too.
Herodotus. Athenians have no problem letting me know when I'm not welcome. It's a relief to see your friendly face.
Don't let the company here tonight intimidate you.
I won't.
Pericles is no king. He needs these guests to love him so that the people love him. And they, in turn, need Pericles. You're no different from any of them.
Do you really think these people will help me?
They will if you get them to trust you. And you've wisely dressed for the occasion. Appearing trustworthy is the most important part of being trusted, after all. Now then, come, let me introduce you to everyone. They may not look it, but this group holds the way to the future on the tip of their opinionated tongue.
What is the worst candy that you could buy?
Huh?
What is the worst candy you could buy in eating right now? Hershey Kisses. Candy corn. I like the candy.
American candy just stinks in there.
Yeah, it She's downright unhealthy too, Lappins. It's just unhealthy.
The stuff they be putting in here. Oh.
My favorite type of candy is your jawbreakers and sour straws. And what about you guys like Takis Fuego? Okay. Oh, you live in Ireland, Lappins? Okay, because I'm part Irish.
Your chocolate. Oh, are you?
Yes, and Native American,
Noise.
and of course African American. But yeah.
Because I go in.
Sophocles and Euripides, for example. Two of the most celebrated playwrights to date. No one can throw stones as far as they can. They appear to be locked in some kind of intellectual struggle, as is their way.
He's a writer of
Illuminati.
comedies.
Ah.
Comedies, Euripides. It looks more like a lover's quarrel to me.
Hermippos has also written his fair share of comedies. You should drink more. Lately, his attitudes have garnered him more notice than his works. However, the fellow beside him, Protagoras, is a sophist worthy of as much praise as the great Socrates himself.
It's an English one. I have some in my fridge actually right now, but it's delicious. It's mint.
Nice.
Because I'm getting constantly attacked.
Inviting Socrates seems like a good way to ruin everyone's night. I'm surprised they would let him in the door.
Oh, don't let Socrates get under your skin. At least he wore shoes for the occasion. And the poor thing gesticulating like an ape is Thrasymachus. If you listen closely, you'll notice he and Socrates are actually arguing the same points. But the wind from his wild gestures deafens him to critique.
That isn't at all what I mean. Where is Pericles?
Oh, he never attends his own parties. Which reminds me, there's something I need to get his help with.
Vile Socrates, always appearing where I least expect him. Warrior, protect me from his amorous gaze. Oh, Alcibiades, this is not a time for jealousy, but for love.
Let's not use Alcibiades as an example. Be good and don't drink too much. So,
Oh Lord. Oh Lord, Alan.
of a party like this?
This is going to be a long night. Parties should be about vomiting up blood, not vomiting up poetry. These people are so clean.
If these guests aren't to your own unique tastes, then just focus on why you came here in the first place.
Thank you, Herodotus.
Now, if you'll excuse me, Pericles is here somewhere and I need to prepare him. If he's alone, I'll tell him what your sister said.
You're leaving me alone with these people?
You'll do fine without me, I promise. Just relax, talk to the others, and focus on finding your mother.
Yes, you come and talk to us. A new face in Pericles' abode. Ha, that in itself is a remarkable thing. You must have seen me doing my impression of Cleon. I call it the Orange Ape. Tell me, what does it think?
I am called many things. It isn't one of them.
What do you call yourself then? Creature of many names?
Alexios.
I wouldn't peg you as an Alexios, but never mind. I'm Aristophanes, and this man is Evripidis. Oh, go on. Introduce yourself.
I'm Evripidis.
For a playwright, you're not much for words.
Good men lead quiet lives, as old Evripidis likes to say. Don't you, Evripidis? Now, if you'll excuse us, I was just about to dazzle this old dog with my impression of Pericles. I call it the wooden board.
The man is your host.
Under every stone hides a politician, I always say. And Pericles is no different.
Perhaps later. First, explain to me.
It's come back for more. Care to see my impression of Protagoras? I call it the flapping bladder.
I'm sure he wouldn't.
Well, if you'll excuse us, I'm working on my impression of you. I call it the pretty monkey.
And so it isn't the rich and powerful, but the gods who are the source of justice?
What? No! Have you been listening to nothing I say?
The ancients.
Of course, I only use the terms war or god or civility in the context of what can be observed. So I can observe soldiers fighting, but does that bring me any closer to understanding war?
I haven't seen you around before, citizen. Perhaps you'd like to spare me conversing with this man of nonsense?
Sure, we can talk. What about?
Before Protagoras changed the subject, we were talking about the next great leader of Athens, Cleon.
I saw Cleon speaking at the Pnyx. He's a real man of the people.
So, you have a taste for politics. That's certainly better than most of the elitist blowhards in this house.
I take it you and Pericles aren't friends.
Hardly. Ethnippos led the Tsars to have Aspasia ostracized and to see Pericles stripped of power. Not that it worked.
Yet, Pericles is the past. He's more worried about losing a few precious statues than he is fighting and winning the war. Cleon will rule this city and return it to greatness. Mark my words.
I'm looking for clues to help me find a woman. She was Spartan.
Looking and finding are quite different things, wouldn't you say? I could observe a priest offering sacrifice to the gods, but does that mean, in so doing, that I have myself found God? Or...
Oh, forget it. If you're an ally of Cleon, why would Pericles invite you?
You're not from Athens, outsider. Here, we keep our enemies closest of all.
Why isn't Aspasia here?
Can you be certain she isn't? To observe her presence is still no guarantee that she is here.
In my opinion, it's just like her to cower in the shadows while we stand out here in the light.
This has been useless. Here.
Oh, guess what? Guess what?
Someone's being hurt. Open this door, or I'll kick it in!
Don't mind her. She likes to watch. Look at you. Such authority. Such aggression. I can see why Pericles has taken such an interest in you. Did you come to join us.
It sounded like someone was in pain.
Well, it can sometimes be hard to distinguish between sounds of pleasure and pain. Had I known you were going to knock, I would have left my door wide open for you.
I only came to this symposium to find someone.
Sounds like we can help each other then, doesn't it? You fetch us a bit of oil, I help you find who you're looking for. Maybe they're in here.
She's not in there.
I think I'll check all the same.
After your display earlier, it's probably safer I get the oil.
Obedient, too. I knew I liked you. Don't take too long. If you don't get the
I suppose you've come in here to mock me for my fight with Euripides.
Spare me. I'm only looking for clues to help me find a Spartan woman.
A Spartan woman in Athens. Sounds intriguing. Though, if you expect me to notice someone other than myself, you expect too much. You could talk to Euripides. He's the second most worldly man here. That Pedicus, Xanthodontus, exophthalmic Morosov. But he doesn't talk without a drink.
I have no idea what that meant.
No, you don't.
You want to get Euripides drunk. Are you hoping he's going to make an even bigger scene than you did?
Ha! We both know that's not possible. But you're a feisty one, to say the least.
All right. If nothing else, this party could use the help.
You'll need to pick the right wine for this task. The kitchen should have what you need. Let me know when Euripides is done in, and I'll slip away unseen.
How do you know Pericles?
I believe you mean to ask me, how does Pericles know you? I'm the greatest dramatist in the land, mentor to Euripides, lover of Asclepios, father of theater, and so on, and so on.
I'm sure it's a real honor to have you hiding in his kitchen. You're awfully worked up over Euripides. You sure you're just friends?
I'm never just anything, foreigner. Though I confess, Euripides and I hold a bond deeper than brotherhood. Why he slams it with that banal young plaything, Aristophanes, I will never know.
I'll get the wine.
Wonderful. Now, if you want some friendly advice, Aristophanes cannot stand sweet wine. I've seen what it can do to him. Absolutely, horrifyingly delightful.
It wouldn't be a party without someone losing their stomach. I'll let you know if your plan worked.
Hey, Will, how you feel about Dead by Daylight?
I think it's okay, but I honestly I haven't been too psyched about it. When I had looked at it, it was okay.
Let's see. If you positive to think about trying to stream the game, let me know. I'll probably
Just can't stay away, can you? Did you bring the oil?
I mean, if that's my boy Lap, I make a great killer.
Okay.
In the game,
Thanks, Alan. Thanks. I'll hit you up if I decide on getting that. But I'm not too psyched about that game, those type of games. But I'll think about it.
When you walked in, you seemed like you and Socrates were.
How I wish you were right. One day we will have that man in here with us. I promise you that.
Last time I played with him was when Marching Fire.
You've grown up in Pericles' home, and yet you're so different.
No one is like Pericles. And he's only slightly more serious than usual, too. Athens is under siege, and he worries for her future. Which is why tonight is a fine time to celebrate what may be our last taste of freedom.
If you get knocked down and you leave me here with
I
all
come
this
bearing gifts.
one is going the other way, the one
We're
that comes to the center.
saved!
Get up now. Just get up
Today,
now.
these women grieved for their sons, and these men worked the wall. But tonight, we forget all of that. Let's have some fun! What do you say? Care to join us?
Now it's time for you to help me, Ali. I'm looking for someone.
Oh, the
All
God of my...
business right until the end. I like that.
Focus. I'm looking for a woman who fled Sparta a long, long time ago.
Fled Sparta? No one flees Sparta. But let's pretend she did. If she were stupid, she'd be dead. If she were smart, she'd do what Aspasia did. She'd earn her independence. The smartest and most resourceful women I've ever met have been in Corinthia.
Pietera? I've heard they play some sort of role in Corinth, but I assumed it was the same as any other city.
Oh, no. These women are unlike any other you'll meet. A force, and the only ones there with any smarts.
Ali! Come back inside!
Oh, the celebration continues. When you reach Corinth, find Anfusa. No one goes in or out of the city without her knowing. Until we meet again, warrior.
Anthusa in Corinth. It's not much, but it's a start.
Oh, thank you. Use that stamina. You know what? I need to go back to playing JJ, because JJ is the
Save for that arrogant playwright. I don't see many distinguished guests in here. Can I help you with something?
Black, I'm coming, bro. I'm coming.
I'm here for your sweet wine.
Yes, take it. But get out of my kitchen. I'm very busy, you know.
I see your pain. We're coming.
Care for another impression? My favorite is Sophocles.
That one isn't funny.
When I need to relax, I start to fight. For you, though,
Quickly, bring him some wine so that he might say something clever.
After my argument with Sophocles, I think I'd rather keep my head clear.
My boy over here, you know what?
you and Aristophanes could both use a drink. Let's play a game.
A competition?
Ah, wonderful idea. Every Piddy seems quiet, but he never turns down a challenge.
Well, if you brought us some wine, I wouldn't be opposed to showing this young one how we Argives drink.
You know what? Never mind. I got my healing purse.
Pericles has invited all of you here for some reason.
Either we dine here and praise Pericles, or we dine with Cleon. But Cleon has all the charm of a typical politician. A horrible voice, bad breeding, and vulgar manners.
Why don't you just apologize to Sophocles?
It's he who should apologize to you.
Sophocles is a friend, and one good friend is worth an entire family. He just needs time to recover from his outburst.
I'm only here because I'm searching for someone.
And yet it gave us the distinct impression it was here to fill our wine. Let's focus on that first, shall we?
Let's conjure Dionysus, shall we?
His mission in my career. That's what he did. He made it his sole purpose mission.
This
Like it was his
is pure
God-given
swill.
talent to end this
Amateur.
mess.
In my day, this would be considered nectar of the gods. Another round!
Bro,
Ready for more?
yo, get him, get him.
hardly stomach this pig's piss.
I could outdrink both of you with one hand. Let's have some more.
You ready for another?
This wine is terrible.
You, I like you. Who brought you here?
I brought myself. I'm on the trail of a woman who fled Sparta a long time ago.
Fled? Why?
She lost 2 children. She had no choice.
She fled to heal a broken heart. Euripides, write her into a play.
I've heard Spartan mothers go to a sanctuary in Argolis to beg Asclepius for his divine beauty. I should know, it's my home.
After what she went through, I'm not sure she would trust priests.
Then she sought my friend, Hippocrates. He's a physician, best of the best. He still keeps his office in Argos. If she went to him for help, there's no doubt he'd have given it.
I love getting drunk and singing. Come back if you want to sing with me.
I'll think about it.
You like doing the unblockables, right?
Hippocrates in Argos. Here I come.
How's Euripides? Drunk, I hope.
You can stop hiding in here. Euripides won't notice you coming out. He won't notice anything.
Hiding? Heed this. War has come to Athens. First they take our homes, then they take our heads. I intend to be found with at least my dignity intact. Or what's left of it anyway. If you see Pericles, tell him I said thank you for another colorful evening.
It is just highly disrespectful in my book.
If it isn't the one who agrees that knowledge is most important.
I think we agreed our use of that knowledge couldn't be more different.
You remember. Perhaps our conversation can continue.
You really intend to use this young destruction to avoid the point being argued?
You've been arguing a single point all night and no one has a black eye? You have my attention.
We're discussing the nature of rules. We're better to do so than here. I'll ask you the same question I asked Thrasymachos. Would you agree that the act of ruling is an art?
It is an art, as all worthy undertakings are. That is not up for argument.
Yet, medicine is for the betterment of the patient, and not the physician. Carpentry improves the building, not the builder. Then, is the art of ruling not for the betterment of the ruled rather than the ruler?
Don't be absurd!
I've seen enough of the world to know that there are no just rulers. Even Pericles is self-serving.
Is a Spartan general who brings order to his troops, thereby saving his own life, self-serving? I'm not sure that's the case.
Ruling a city and fighting in battle are different things.
By practicing the art of war, doesn't the general guarantee some of his troops a ferry ride to Hades, when a swift retreat would save all their lives?
You know what, Will, you ever played Sekiro?
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of RPG games. I haven't played it, but I do know about it. I've watched people play it before, and it looks very hard. The ninja game, Samurai.
Yeah.
I've played a little bit of Bloodborne, and I've played a little bit of Dark Souls. I'm not a huge RPG guy. Yeah, I mean, as long as it's not pure RPG, like limited stamina, and as long as I'm not a huge technical type of guy. I'm not huge on being a technician. Like, you have to be technical. You have to plan everything out.
Oh yeah, he's like you when it comes like Battlefront. He like to run in head first.
Yeah, I'm more of a attacker type of guy. I don't really think before I go in. Even when I do think, it's like limited. But most games that I played was like what was it called? It was called some type of game, Harden, or what was it called? It was this RPG game called something. Mortal Shell.
Oh, I know more than Shell, yes.
It
I
depends.
didn't play it, but I heard it's pretty glitchy.
Yeah, it depends when we get to the boss battles. Then I struggle. It's like impossible for me to even be one boss.
Oh yeah, the bosses are the challenge for those games.
Definitely.
Um,
You just said a general isn't self.
I love the Infamous games. Ghost of Tsushima is made by Sucker Punch. They made the Infamous games. I still haven't played it yet.
You haven't played Ghost of Tsushima? What?
Not yet.
What?
Not yet. Yeah, it's just I've just been playing this game and that game, and so I don't. Oh, I can't. I can't buy every game if I can, unfortunately. So, have you guys ever heard of Souls Aside, Soul Aside, or it's called Soul Aside, or it's a Chinese game. It hasn't come out yet.
I didn't. Okay.
What about this
I
game
never
called
heard of it, but
let me think about it. Um, have you guys seen the trailer for that game called Eve?
yes.
That game looks
It's a
cool.
woman, right?
Yeah, it's like a female main character. Have you guys ever played any Drakengard games?
Oh, fuck. The
Dragonheart?
Dragon.
Yo,
Dragonheart. Didn't you play a game like that, lad?
no, I've never played Drakengard.
Drakengard. You know what?
Yeah,
This
that's the
could be
same guy that made Nier.
Yeah,
near Automata.
near Automata. I played.
Oh, the game that you keep telling me to play.
That's a fantastic game. It's the best game ever in my book.
I want to get the game called Destroy All Humans.
No, you don't.
It looks like a samurai
Why
game.
is Blackfire Revenge?
Serving when he brings order to his troops. Then you said he is self-serving because retreating.
Announced it not so long ago. But yeah, did you play the Nier games?
I've never played Near yet. I
What
do.
are you doing? What are
Their
you
story,
doing?
their story are next level, man.
I've read reviews about the game and like Clemps, he did reviews. He did a whole hour long story review of the game. He broke it down. I fell in love with the game even though I didn't play it because it's a nice concept.
Oh, never mind. You can't go there because you're
It
getting your
is
ass
that
with
type of
Pepsi.
game. It is that type of game that you do a whole hour on just talking about the meaning behind it has on you.
Yeah, the philosophy of the game. I've seen it on YouTube, but I haven't played it yet because the reason why I haven't played it yet because I've been focusing on other games mainly.
Yeah, I get you. But speaking of Sucker Punch, did you play Infamous?
I love Infamous Second Son and Infamous 2 and the first one too.
I played all of them. I thought Infamous 1 was a good starter. Infamous 2 is one of my best, probably one of my favorite games ever.
Right. Yeah.
It's in top 5 for at least. Um, Infamous Second Son, it was fun.
It had great graphics, but not as good as Infamous 2 in my opinion.
No, no, no.
Because they didn't have enough
It's
time.
next level.
Yeah, because they didn't have enough time to make the
What
game.
is with the last minute save? Wasn't there another person
Would
reviving?
save the lives of his men. What are you trying to say?
I never tried to say anything.
But you
That's what I'm
just
trying
said
to
those
process
things.
now.
I said the
What in
words,
the
but
world
I
is
didn't say
happening?
anything at all. I only attempted to gain your view on the matter.
Lad, help me understand. What happened
Wasting
to
your
the other dude
time.
that was reviving you?
Aspasia.
I don't know about it. But yeah, Infamous 2, they're some of the most underrated games in my opinion.
Yeah. Superpower game. They have this other game called Forspoken that's similar to Infamous. I was
That's
looking.
Square Enix, right?
I think so. I was looking forward to it. It's on P. It's gonna be on PS5, I think.
Yeah, I think it's coming out October. In a while. I think next year, isn't it?
Let me see just to make sure. 2023 for Spoken. I think so because they don't want to release it during God of War Ragnarok.
That's why it was delayed. That's what people say. Because it was supposed to come out like around now. But if they release it around God of War, I don't think it'd do well, you know?
Yeah, because the competition in those games sells out.
What?
Yeah. The thing is, Square Enix, they kind of have like two they have two main
Franchises. Oh, really develop.
devs that make their game. Like, and the guys that are making Forspoken aren't really the best out of the two.
Okay.
Not in my opinion, it's just kind of known. Like, they made Final Fantasy 15, which was not really received that well.
Okay. I'm not a
But
huge Final Fantasy fan.
yeah, I do like some. They got some great ones, but the guys that made Final Fantasy 7 remake are the good guys, really.
Okay.
Making Final Fantasy 16 and such. That's why I'm looking forward to 16.
Okay. It says right here it's coming out on January 24th, 2023.
Okay. Not too long. But yeah, they had to move it for God of War, to be honest.
Definitely. It says the developer right here is Luminous Productions, but it's also Square Enix. Publisher is Square Enix.
Bro, we need beef.
I think Luminous are the guys, yeah.
I couldn't help but notice your talent for debate. Well done.
Socrates is an interesting character.
Ah, Phoebe. Pericles has retired to the balcony already, has he? His ability to sneak off and is second to none.
I can go get him, and Alex.
I've only played the first. I've only played Final Fantasy games on PS2. Ever since then, I haven't played it. I've seen stuff like Lightning Returns. I've been thinking about getting a Final Fantasy game, but it seems very RPG like to me, to the point where I wouldn't probably enjoy it. I couldn't really find any fun with it because I find RPG games I find games with heavy RPG components to be very hard for me to play. I'm more like a pure hack and slash guy.
Yes. I will say don't get 15, but you would like 7.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
not RPG. It's very linear. So it's like, it has like an open world to it, but
Can help. Everyone listens when he talks.
it's not too
That'll be fine. Run along. Alexios will be right behind you.
Okay.
Now,
Because I tend to get lost on open world games. I tend to get overabsorbed and then I get stressed out because
Yeah. No, it's not much. It's just like all the things you
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, now.
yeah, I tend to get overwhelmed.
Your eyes must tell a lie.
Fine, it was me. But my actions were personal, not political.
We do what we must to survive, and there's no shame in that. It's how you got here.
That's
how
true.
I got here. The clothes, they fit you well, I trust.
Yeah, I always noticed Final Fantasy had back then when I was a kid, I was younger, I was always amazed at the animation they used in the video games and the games that they made. It always tantalized me almost, or it sparked my imagination.
These may be the nicest clothes I've ever worn, but I feel a bit uncomfortable, to be honest.
You never really get used to them.
I'm going back to A.
It seems we have the attention of the entire room without a single eye being fixed on us. If you'd like to talk, do it now, and do it discreetly.
I've been searching for a woman named Mirini, my mother. I think she may be in danger, and my search brought me here.
What clues do you have to her whereabouts?
A physician named Hippocrates may have seen her in Argos.
He's a good man. If you find a woman named Agathi there, do let her know Aspasia sends her regards. What else?
Alcibiades gave me the name of a woman in Corinth.
I'm sure he did. My dear friend, Anthusa, is the only one I know who's enjoyed a life in Corinth through legitimate means. Mostly legitimate, anyway.
That's all I have.
There is another option. In a former life, when I needed something done or someone found, I contacted a friend. An admiral of a sort.
What's his name?
Her name is Xenia. When we last spoke, she was in chaos. A word of caution. When you go to her, be on your guard. Sea life makes a monster out of most people.
Thank you, Aspasia.
When you're done, return here. Together, we will find who you're looking for. Now do me a favor and get Pericles to come down here and greet his guests.
Oh, this man, Moose is over here. I gotta help this man. He need revenge. Come on, there you go. He got revenge. I'm gonna put a shit on him.
Alexios, I didn't send for you. No matter how you've dressed for my party, Phoebe shouldn't have let you in.
Aspasia told me to come find you. She wants you to come down to the party.
Back up,
She
woman.
says I don't interact with our guests enough. But these parties aren't for me. Technically, you're a guest. If you join Herodotus and me, that should be enough for her, don't you think?
You really don't want to go downstairs, do you?
When your days are spent speaking in front of crowds, you begin to crave these moments of silence.
Or as silent as I let it be, at least.
You better fight. Hey, he need a buff. You better fight him.
Why send Metiochos to the fishing district if it's dangerous?
I would never have sent him into danger willingly.
It seems you have many loyal friends.
My people are important to me.
I don't understand why you had Anaxagoras ostracized. Socrates said he was your friend.
I won't risk the lives of those close to me if there's something I can do about it.
So you did this
Okay.
to protect him?
Anaxagoras understood my fears. 10 years may be a long time, but at least he'll be safe.
Phidias was awaiting trial.
It seems like a very game with a lot of talented people that were behind it. Lap. It seems like a very incredible game. I played the demo and it was very good.
Didn't want to risk him being found guilty.
I was thinking.
And of course there were other threats.
Yeah, it was based on Drakengard. It's a continuation of the Drakengard universe.
Do anything for? You'll understand.
I've never even played Replicant. I think it was like a different version, or was another retelling, or of a different spin-off. I've never played Replicant. Near Replicant.
Your life is in danger.
Yes, Herodotus was saying. This cult doesn't worry me.
Okay.
My life threatened
I
by
think.
far worse people every day. My true concern is Athens. I fear for her future.
Instantly after Dragonard 3.
Okay.
But it is my
Spartans outside the walls, people crammed inside.
There is an anime coming out.
I don't envy you.
Even
Oh
so,
wow.
there isn't another city I'd rather live in.
I can't say I know how that feels.
When you find your place, you'll know it.
Aspasia sent me to see what's taking you so long.
Okay, good. Because I've never played any of Yoko Taro's games. I've only seen people play them online on YouTube.
Thank you again for helping me. I hope my guests are able to help you in your search.
Time will tell.
But you know it will. But at some point in time with the streaming and they're trying to get the YouTube thing on you, you know you gotta start venturing out with certain other games. Cause you gotta give your
You look tired.
Only of conversation. I think that's the most talking I've ever done.
That's true. Gotta give him
You didn't need one
diversity.
after all. Are you leaving?
almost like
But also play what you like because
oh yeah, well, yeah.
I've had enough Athenian hospitality to last me a lifetime.
You get used to it. It's nice. What do you
Okay.
want to do now?
There's a woman on the island of Chaos that I need to meet. I think I'll head there first.
I've heard there are pirates there.
I'll be sure to be careful.
Good. Before you go, I heard something from Aspasia about Kefalonia.
What is it?
She said there was some sort of plague. You don't think...
I love Crash Bandicoot. I played Mind Over Matter, Titans, the games, Radical games, and I love Spyro too. I played Spyro. I played some of the Spyro games. I do love Spyro. I would like to maybe stream some of those games, play them again. But it's been a long time since I played Spyro or Crash Bandicoot or Jack and Dexter, Ratchet and Clank. To the classics.
Not going to beg to come along this time?
Nope. I'm happy here. And this isn't Kefalonia. That means you'll be back.
That's very true.
Plus, I really like working for Aspasia. She says she has a mission for me.
I'll see you soon, Phoebe.
The Batman games, the Batman family games, like Arkham.
Bye, Alexios.
Origins, Return to Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, good old original. Since Arkham Knight, the whole new Batman Arkham thing is about to come out.
Definitely. Gotham Knights.
Oh yeah, Gotham. Yeah, there you go, Gotham. Not yeah, there you go.
I remember playing Crash of the Titans.
I think everybody remember that game. Well, you know what? Well, you know what?
I do have to head out. Please continue, so.
Oh, right. All right, man. Okay, take care.
All right, Lap. Be safe.
But yeah, what I'm gonna say. Oh yeah, but you know what? You know what? I'm pretty sure you probably know a few other people that probably do streaming stuff that you probably might talk to occasionally as well. Well, why not try to get like a baby group together, like
I'll make it quick.
I'll probably say this, big. I'm pretty sure like all level of gamers, and like those things, they're like a good group, and you can probably try to find people who are like that, and try look at them a lot.
Definitely. I'll try it, Alan. But I mean, cause I do watch like Dom plays. I watch Markiplier sometimes. Um. Right. Because I'm trying to get a PS5. Right.
spend like good almost close to a good 800 or $600 for something that might be more important than spend that money on something that I got worried about getting in the mail
Right.
and actually getting it and not getting an empty box or something like that.
Right.
So I mean, I always say like, like I mean, you got the motivation, you got the idea, you just gotta focus on yourself. So you gotta get yourself together so you can keep pushing forward because if you don't fully get yourself together, you're just gonna
Fall apart.
yeah, you're gonna fall apart. You're not gonna be completely focused.
Right.
Because I'm like okay, so if you like playing certain games. Well, when you but it's like a lesson, broaden your horizons, try to adventure out because like back in my younger years, I was more of your first person shooter games. I wasn't really that deep into other different kind of games, and so I just kind of said, oh, what the hell with it, and started entering with other kind of other games. So I really enjoyed kind of going with that. But also you probably got work on also getting like at some point in time. I'm not saying get it right now, but I'm like at some point in time when you get yourself settled and you have enough to be able to manage your money with between bills yourself and
Right. Right.
you can be able to start buying like a laptop or a computer, then you start buying like a microphone, then buying like cameras and buying some hard drive stuff because eventually at the end there all that's gonna be like thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna worry about getting a PC or nothing like that. I'm just gonna stay with console, because this is more affordable for me. So almost.
You can also do, at some point in time, probably one day, probably just get a certain section in like an office or a private room or, in your room and just, probably decorate a certain section. You probably can get like a little stand for it.
Right.
You could hook up your system to it or something like that, and that would just be for like your streaming stuff. So you can do like video streams like that. I feel so when you got certain characters that I mean I forget certain characters and certain people that can like view you or see you. That probably makes it more entertaining because they can see you. They can kind of almost connect with you. They can sometimes almost like see what you're feeling or thinking, but then you might be one of those kind of private people where you don't want to put your face out there, but so you guys try to make your politics a little bit more interesting and funny because since everybody can't really see you, you gotta kind of like talk a little bit funny or you gotta keep them almost entertaining.
Right. Right. I understand what you're saying, Alan. I understand. Cause I don't have a camera on my PS4. I don't have one of those PS4 cameras, so I'm not the funniest person, so it's gonna take me time to get used to what people want. Cause I have a few games, but they're all like 2 or 3 years old.
Oh yeah, because it's almost like not everybody was gonna be funny or something, but yeah, but and the TV probably not very expressing when it comes to certain things. You might express in a more straightforward kind of way or something like that. But you might but kind of like I'm not gonna say work on your people skills, but probably work on like trying grab the view's attention,
Right.
almost like you got like when you have a job, you gotta try to sell yourself.
Right.
So almost like I was here, I did this kind of training, did that kind of training, did that kind of training, and everything else in between.
Right. Definitely, Alan. Cause I got an interview tomorrow, and I gotta present myself as fluently as possible, as seamlessly and as smoothly, so that I'll be more attractive towards that type of position. I have to sell my skills, my training, I have to tell them as much as possible and as neat a way as possible so that they can understand what I'm capable of doing, that how I can fit in the what in their job that they need a person to do that I'm the best fit for.
That's all they want to know is, well, that's all they want to see, how you gonna sell yourself, like, you know, like, well, like, okay, what can you provide, what can you give us, what can you bring
To the
to the
table.
table? Yeah, yeah, so yeah, that's all it's really about, just selling yourself.
Definitely. I'll keep that in mind, Alan. Thank you. I'll make sure to keep that in mind.
You got Miss also, you also got probably have some good weapons.
Right. My family. Well, I have quite a few references from job training and also from my job, odd jobs, summer jobs, my jobs with my family that I do because I've moved, helped people move, did automotive technician training and stuff like that. So I have a few. And landscaping.
Yeah, but a lot of times, a lot of jobs they're not gonna ask family based really. They're gonna
Not related.
like just non-related because they're gonna look at oh well, your family might just say anything because they either they want you to get the job or they're just trying cover for they're gonna probably ask like people from certain job areas or certain companies like hey how was what kind of worker he was or anything like that.
Definitely. I have to go back to my jobs with the EPA, the Melwood, because I've been only been custodial. This is a moving and hauling job. So I do want to expand my horizons and get my skill level up. So, but I'm gonna make sure I add in my old jobs, and hopefully, I can count on some of my supervisors to get the job to ask them to help me. But I don't know, but I'll be sure to take my time, Alan. I'll be sure to take my time because I need to be careful with who when getting skill levels because I do have skills. I have many marketable. I have a few marketable skills, but I just need to be careful. I guess. Yeah. Falling sick most. Yeah.
That you gotta, maintain and watch over. Well, not maintain. I mean, watch over.
Right.
All if they not gonna tell you, one two times, they probably gonna let you know here and there, and then they just gonna sit back and watch. If they see no improvement, then you know that's how they gonna get you. And if you say that that's pretty much the main issues that got you terminated from your job. That's something you gotta kind of work with.
Right.
Because then if this job somehow cause the other people and they say well he's calling out a lot or his work performance then they going they think about if you
Must be my
three
imagination.
or four other jobs and it was the same thing how if this was
Right.
so at the same time, you gotta watch over that because and these kind of moments, like a lot of times people say it's not always hard to get a job, but sometimes sometimes it's hard to keep one here and there. Sometimes if you
Definitely.
There's no one here. This will do. You'll be my final kill.
Right. Yeah, I like that word. Yeah, it's getting crazy. I have to concentrate.
That's unnatural.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
I see him!
24.
Never to know when to die. You do this!
'You're right. Because there was one time where I was working, I was seriously sick. I was still working, and then it's just like I don't know, it's just like management. I have problems with just. I guess I'm just a person that just doesn't like being told what to do. I always try to do the right thing, and I always try to make sure I get the work done. But it's just over and over again. Just like it seems like it's never enough. Because I always have a good relationship with my colleagues and the people that I work with. They always say, I'm doing good. But I guess they say I'm a person that just never naturally never changes. So But I guess it's just my personal, like, within my soul, that I always try to do a good job. And I know WTC, everybody says I was doing okay, but it's just I've always tried to do a good job, but it's just with attendance is my problem. Attendance is a huge problem for me.
There you go. You just gotta work on the attendance. Right now. If you really very sick, they can't really, do anything about that. The only thing, the only thing you can do is go to the doctor, get and get checked out, and give it that and give it that doctors, if they yeah, like on this day, I was sick and I was going through this and I was going through that. So at least that's covered.
Right.
I don't know what your immune system, it's like, but I know it's like, probably sometimes feel like, I don't feel completely 100, but I'm gonna call out and not go in today. It's always like, it's like, okay, but there are times where, you can, where you feel that way, but you can, still, make it in. But now, if it's like them days where you like, like, oh no, I can't even,
Can't even go in, or I was gonna poop my pants, throw up.
any of the brothers, you like, you bad, like you see, almost like prime example was like, prime example was, what was it, a couple months ago, I'll probably say about 3 months ago, I myself was sometimes, sick a lot here and there. Then with me working in the hospital too, and then I got and I always got bad sinuses and allergies sometimes, and I got to be careful with COVID. My mother had caught COVID and passed it to me and my family, right?
Right.
So and the thing was when I was okay, and I had it called out because my call out moments was like, I think in the negative, like mom was like the money to cover my sick time or stuff, or was it a negative? So I was like, okay, can't call out for more because I know that was like going to affect my attendance, right? Because at the moment I end up first off my sick time. That I got sick with COVID. So what covered me was that of course I know I had to make the call, and then be seen by a doctor and all that stuff. If it prove that I was sick and I had to go get all checked out. Basically, when you calling out, it's just you always got maintain, well not maintain, you always got monitor what day you called out for, and you got to look at the reason for you calling out. Like it's like you got a family emergency going on, or you're sick.
Right.
That's like if you're sick, if you're sick and you're gonna be sick for more than one day, then it's important to always be sick and safe, and then on top of that, go be seen by a doctor.
Right.
So that way when you do come back on the work, you just you got that cover paper. So to prove that you actually work, that you actually did go to the scene.
Right. Right, Alan. I need to make sure I keep myself in order, and just make sure I do everything I need to do properly, and so that people can understand what's going on. I'll make sure. I'll.
If you got like a calendar or a notepad or like some kind of organizer in your phone, whenever you guys call out or you know you call out, you called out, um, put it in your phone or in the calendar so that you can monitor so that you can monitor.
Looks like I was too late for Yerimos.
You called out
Seems like Cleon's messenger wasn't the only one captured. Maybe I can help them too.
Because normally if you say like I'm not always successful in 100 or I'm just like really tired from work, I might call out maybe one time in a month or in that month. And also in that month I might say something like so I might call out let's say two on Tuesday the 5th, right? And then two or 3 weeks from now, I might call out my call on a Thursday on the 28th or something.
Right.
But I'm not gonna do like okay. Let's say I called out somewhere in January, and now I'm calling out somewhere in February. You might want to do like if I call out in January, then I might want to call out let's say somewhere in June or something. But I always look at because especially if you need money, you should always use your call out if you a lot of times I might want to call out for my job COVID stuff going on and how the economy is right now.
Yeah.
With everything, it just be draining here and there. But I always look at you always need that extra bit of money, so that you don't want to always do anything to jeopardize that.
Right.
So it's like with your job, you got to work on good way. They always say you're a good worker, you're a great worker. When that it's always this thing like at least the main issues is your time and attendance, or if it's the work habits or the insubordination. You got think back okay, so what was my issue? Okay, so I was calling out more often, like way more often. Or it was like whenever I left I wasn't completing everything. Hey, I finished the other thing that you did, but I wasn't able to fully get to this one. Or in the insubordination was the insubordination.
Thank you. My legs will have to carry me.
But now if you get others, is also if it's like something like it's like they have to say, oh, I'm gonna need you to do this. Well, I'm also gonna need you to do this, and then they say, oh, why you doing this thing? That they also go do this or do that, and you come like I can't do all that because you got me doing 1, 2, 3, 4. Got me doing 4 other things, and then you want me to go do the 3 other things. I can't do it.
Right. I used to clean over 3 bathrooms. I used to be in charge of a whole building, then another building, then the cleaning. I used to get help, but I guess it's just, I guess it would just, yeah, it can be draining at times. I guess I burn myself out too easily. And I guess it was just mainly Alan. It was just me just missing too many days because they always was impressed by the work I used to do. So I guess sometimes it was also they were being hostile to me in that military base. But other than that, it wasn't really too much. I was just dealing with people, and worrying about people stealing my stuff because I was also dealing with home stuff at the house at this hilltop apartments. I was dealing with people going into my house, going in my going through my stuff. Or at least I think I suspected they were breaking into my house or sneaking into my house stealthily. Not in my house, but it was my rental apartment. I was paying rent. I was dealing with the neighbors there. People was talking about I was making too much noise, even though I was just trying to get up and go to work. And I was just dealing with people being violent around me, around my old neighborhood, and I was trying to go to work. They were saying my sister did something to their family members, and then I was dealing with fighting with them, with people around that neighborhood. So that's why I lost my job at Melwood. Then the EPA was just all kinds of crap going on, but I was trying to work. I was just trying to work. People respected me, but it was a lot of stuff, bad stuff going around in the environment that a lot of people also had a negative opinion of me, but also a positive opinion too. So I got seriously sick around the ES. I had got seriously sick around the Melwood too. Melwood, my Melwood custodial job over there at Naval Research Laboratory. It was a military base. They were spreading around diseases, and I got sick. I got caught sick because I was cleaning a urinal, and he was like, "That's for you. That's for you." People were infecting the bases. People were getting sick, making themselves sick. They were coming sick. They were being sick from somewhere, like the Illuminati or something. I called it because they were being infecting themselves with the disease and spreading it. And I think people were paying them to do that. But Goodwill was a good job. It was just I was missing too many days because they told me I had missed too many days. I thought they had fired me on that day, but then they gave me one more chance. But then I was just in a bad mood because my sister had accidentally she said she had accidentally had my car information. She took my car information, and then she stole like she didn't steal on purpose, but she was being impulsive, and she took like over like $600 out of my credit card, off my debit card. So I was dealing with some stuff that was putting me in a bad mood, and it was just I was just giving up on myself.
Spartan patrols could find us at any moment.
Agreed. We need to get to my ship.
I'll get you to your ship. Just point me in the right direction.
It's on the coast, just south of Marathon Beach.
What's so important about this ship?
It's not the ship, but it's cargo. It must reach its destination.
Then what's the cargo?
I'm not ungrateful for your help, but it's better you don't know.
Why is that?
Just believe me. What we do is for the security and future of Athens. This mission must succeed.
My payment relies on it. So, trust me, it will.
If you think about how people see you or how they view you, is also what is also affecting you about on how you're doing things, and then like if you end up having some kind of good relation with certain people at your job, everybody can tell when you're going through something, and they let you at the moment, and let you know. You so cool, try to like similar much probably sit down. So, but also sometimes you gotta also learn how to kind of keep your personal life with your job kind of separate. Most people are not gonna really care about what job wise, people are not gonna really care about what you all the time what you might be going through. They're gonna look in. You're here for a job.
Right. But there was stuff going on in the job environment. I don't want to make that an excuse, but there was stuff going on in the job environment where people were trying to make it seem like I wasn't doing my job. They were trying to put a bad name on me, and there was a lot of white kids. These white kids were and the people pointing guns at me and stuff like that. It was just too much dealing with that on that military base. Even though I worked so hard to keep that base clean, those bathrooms and all that, people just being disrespectful. I should have concentrated and just kept on doing my job, but I got seriously sick. So it was I had to risk being infecting other people, and trying to do my job, but I couldn't work while being sick like that, even though I still was. And people were calling me crazy because I was just working so hard. And that's how Melwood went. But I had no excuse for I had really had no excuse for what I did during Goodwill. Yeah, my attendance.
I'm on.
Yeah, and it was EPA too.
Seems your crew met the same fate as you.
I don't blame Yeremus for talking. Spartans lack the most basic empathy.
Stay here. I'll kill the Spartans, destroy their ships, and free your crew. Let's hope no one notices me here.
Interview was for custodian, janitorial. It was at a military base. Well, no, it's the one I have now. It's like a moving job. Where you move. Right. Right. I've looked at the job description, Alan, and I've seen it, and I've done my. I'm about to have this interview tomorrow. I'll make sure I ask those questions, important questions. I think it's from 7 a.m. to 10 from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. That's full time. Oh, 11:30 a.m. Metro access. Right. Um, it's Right. 11:30 a.m.
Or 11:30. So then you at least want to get there somewhere around maybe 10:30. No, better yet, the opposite right. You want to probably get up there around 10 because you don't know what the metro system or the busing system is going to be like. So you wouldn't really want to provide yourself with an extra hour
Right.
so that way it gives you time to try to also calculate between I'm not gonna say if
A fitting end for a mercenary dying in battle.
Right.
how you gotta count the bus stops.
Right. Because I need to get my clothes together. Metro Access is a door-to-door service, Alan, so they'll be able to come meet me at the door.
A great service.
And it's and the place where I have to meet them is close to where I live. It's the zip code where I looked and it's down there because I live up here in Largo. So it's not too far from where I am. It's just a worrying about the transportation costs going from there to work. But it's called College Hunks and Hauling Services.
I hear it's useful to have powerful friends.
I can take the bus, yes.
The world is now. You need them more than ever.
What do you mean?
I've said enough.
Just because it's it's a interview.
I hope we'll meet again.
You know what? When you do get it right, and then they give you your start date, right?
Right.
What you got to do is one day because no when you gotta when they let you when they let you have the interview and all that stuff, they gotta they also gotta give you your drug test and all the other stuff, make sure that you're willing. So they have you done that yet?
Not yet. We're just about to go through the interview process.
Okay. So when you get it, they start you saying, okay, well, you guys, we're gonna need you to know to get this and get that. Make sure that the first thing you do when you start doing all that stuff, because when they got you doing all these other stuff, then that means you got it.
Right.
So what you gotta do one day when you're not doing nothing before you go to the doctor and you get your piss test and you get your drug test and all that other stuff and everything else that is important. One day we'll look at it like this: the start time for the job will be is 10 is 10 in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So what you want to do is the earliest bus you might need to catch is probably one that's gonna be 2 hours. 2 hours early because how many buses do you usually have to catch?
I think maybe it depends on the location because I only know the interview location. I don't know the location of the actual place. Of College Hunks and Hauling is a company. I can look it up now, but I haven't. I'm not gonna know until I go to the interview. I'm gonna ask all those questions. I might have to take like 3 buses there, and maybe a metro. I think 3 or 6 buses. It depends because I live in Largo, and I know C22, C29, C21. I have a smart trip card.
You don't have mobility.
No. Mobility? Well, I don't. What was mobility? If I may ask, Alan, I'm not too sure what mobility is.
transportation for like for people with
Disabilities or well, I have metro access. That's mobility. But I want to be more independent. I don't want to keep saying that I have a mental illness or whatever.
oh yeah, no, I know, trust me, I know what you mean, I know what you mean. I know what you mean because I'm just thinking like yeah, when you say you got all the buses, you got kind of also look at money wise because you don't want to be struggling with
Transportation.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, most definitely that I would probably even say, see if your mother or your sister can probably help you out with the transportation part, but then you want to have a moment where
You took far
where they're
longer
gonna
than I
step up,
expected.
becoming too
There
independent
were
with them with their vehicle
complications.
because you
In
never
what
know
way?
when something
Your messenger
if
was
they
dead
get
by the
sick or
time I
something
arrived,
happens,
but I was able to free the captain, and the ship sailed. So, I still did the job.
and
Ah,
then
poor
you kind of
Yerimos.
lost that second
But I should be thankful for your initiative.
that main help.
You
Because
don't
it's
seem
almost
very
like for me, like
concerned
my
about
job is
poor Yerimos.
is about
Every
walking
struggle
distance.
has its
It's about a
sacrifice.
45-minute
Yerimos played his part well.
walking distance, like which is kind of
What's
far,
in
but
Mytilene
ain't
that's
that
so
far.
important?
But
People.
my
We need as many
other
allies as we can
transportation
gather.
is either a
This was
bus
more than I bargained for. You'll be amply
for
compensated.
the
You have done me and the
for
people a
Uber
huge
Lyft.
service. One day
So I'll
you
probably
will
say
see your part
you
in
might
this
have to
great
also
work.
think about having Uber or Lyft. Uber or Lyft on standby just in case. But if you're saying like if you're saying you gotta take like almost three like 3 or 2 buses
Or four,
for
because I don't have, I'm not that close to I'm not that close to a metro line.
or you're like then you might have to think about Uber Lyft at the same time. With how they doing, you might be spending almost a good amount of a good amount of money because I know when if I'm in a situation where I might be a few minutes late or I'm just trying to hurry and get to work on time. Sometimes Uber and Lyft might really literally is like trying to charge you up the ass. Like today I had to spend 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 $18 to actually get to work and then because since it's Halloween and on top of that it was raining I had to spend about
55, 44, $60.
hell no, hell no. If I'm spending, if I'm even spend some my day for one time, I'm really going to be thinking about I gotta get a job. But no, like today like today put together, I spent about $28 on a ride, which is actually kind of not really good because it's like with the amount of it being spent, it doesn't really make sense. If I would spend $28 on something, it has to make sense for me to spend that kind of money. But if I'm somewhere that it's about for me walking, it's about 40 something minutes versus being a car, it's about 7 or 8 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, so yeah, but if you gotta take 3 or 4 buses, then what you gotta do, you just gotta be like this one day, just have some have money for a for an all day bus pass, and just like this. Okay, so I'm gonna see how long it's gonna